Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Friday, December 8th, 2023. Today we'll do NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, soccer, news and notes, best bet, and Fab 5. We're going to not do the reality TV. We'll hold off on that until early next week. All right, we'll start with Thursday Night Football. It was a somewhat entertaining game, but it was also a missed opportunity for the Pittsburgh Steelers as New England goes in there and beats them 21-18 as a 5.5-point underdog. They're 3-10. They hurt their chances at the number one pick. And the Steelers dropped to 7-6, which is a big hit for their playoff hopes. Bailey Zappi, 19 of 22, 240 yards, 3 touchdowns in the pick all in the first half. And Mitch Trubisky, 22 of 35, 190 yards, a touchdown in the pick. Who knows if the Steelers win this game with Pickett? Maybe they do. But two terrible losses in a row for the Pittsburgh Steelers as big home favorites. Granted, most of it with Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback rather than Kenny Pickett. Okay, let's move on to Sunday. First up, 1 o'clock, CBS, Bucks Falcons. My line for this game is Falcons by 4, total 39 and 3/10. And it is 2.5 and 40.5. I'm doing a slightly into the Falcons. Next up on CBS is Colts Bengals. My line is Colts 3.5, total 46.5, and it is Bengals by 1.5, total 43.5. Woo! I am astounded that since he's favored in this spot. Give me Indy plus the points and even money outright. Damn, what a big overreaction to Jake Browning against an overrated defense and a backup quarterback. And speaking of backup quarterbacks, 1 o'clock on CBS, Jaguars Browns. It could very well be Dorian Thompson-Robinson or Joe Flacco against C.J. Beathard. With Lawrence, I have Jaguars by 4, total 43 and 13-20. And Beathard, that is Browns by 1. And right now the line is Browns by 3, total 32.5. That tells you all you need to know. But that's it. I'm taking the over because that total's low. Texans Jets on CBS. My line is Texans by 4.5, total 40.5. And it's Texans 3.5, total 33.5 over. That's low. On Fox, Rams Ravens. My line's Ravens 6.5, total 43. And it is 7.5 and 40.5. I like the over here too. I think both these offenses are humming. On Fox, Lions Bears. My line is Lions 3.5, total 48. And it is 3 and 43.5. Another over. A ton of overs this week, which is crazy. Also on Fox, Panthers Saints. My line is Saints by 8, total 42 and 7/20. And if it's Winston, it's 5. And it's 5.5 and 37.5. Oh my God, another over. A ton of overs, and then the Colts. 4 o'clock on Fox, Vikings, Raiders. My line is Raiders 7.5, total 40 and 1/10. And it is Vikings by 3, total 40.5. Are you freaking kidding me? You gotta be freaking kidding me. Give me the Raiders plus the 3 and plus 138 outright. Also on Fox, Seahawks 49ers. My line is 49ers by 7.5, total 45 and 13/20. And it's 10.5 and 46.5. I'm going to take Seattle plus the points to cover. 4:35, CBS. Bills, Chiefs, the rematch of the 13-second game. Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson on the call. My line is Chiefs 7.5, total 43 and 1/5. And it is only 1.5 and 40.5. How? Like, is Mahomes injured or something? Like, that's crazy. I'm laying 1.5 with the Chiefs. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Broncos Chargers. My line is Broncos 1.5, total 45 3/4, and it is Chargers 2.5, total 43.5. I'm taking Denver in the points and plus 126 outright, and then Sunday Night Football on NBC. We have the Eagles and the Cowboys. My line's Cowboys by 2, total 51, and it's 3.5 and 51.5. All right, this game is not being in Fab 5, but I'm doing slightly an Eagles spread, but I do expect the Dallas Cowboys to win this game close. Okay. Now move on to college football. We have a couple of things that we have to touch on. Let's start with Army-Navy. My projections pick 'em and 42, no injuries to speak of for either side. The games at Gillette this year, I have Army here by 2.5, total 28.5 over. I can't believe it's that low, so I'm going to go over 28.5 in Army-Navy. And then FCS at 9 o'clock tomorrow on, I believe it's on ESPN. Let's see. Wait, no, that's basketball. Oops. Yeah, on ESPN 2, the quarterfinals of the FCS, Furman, Montana. My line's Montana by 6, total 45.5, and it's 16.5 and 44.5. That's extremely low. Give me Furman plus the points. And then on Saturday at noon on ESPN, quarterfinals, Villanova, South Dakota State. My line, South Dakota State by 9, total 50 and 3/20, and it is 20.5 and 49.5. I'm going to take Villanova to cover. 2:30 on ABC, North Dakota State and South Dakota. My line, South Dakota by 4, total 48 and 4/5, and it's North Dakota State by 6.5, total 49.5. So the Bison have been down this year for their standards. I'm going to take South Dakota plus the points to cover it. I think they're going to win outright. They're plus 190. And then 10 o'clock at night, Albany, Idaho. My line's Idaho 1.5, total 51, and it's 4.5 and 52.5. I'm going to take Albany getting the points. So I think all the underdogs in the FCS playoffs are going to cover. And the one that's going to win outright is South Dakota as a home underdog. Okay, now move on to college basketball. We'll go over the results from yesterday, and we will look ahead to today. Bellarmine over Berea, 98-59. North Alabama over Rust, 109-65. Delaware State over Lynchburg, 106-73. UNC Greensboro over Eastern Kentucky, 87-85 in OT. Wright State over Bethel, Indiana, 81-62. Iowa State over Iowa, 90-65. Central Arkansas over Little Rock, 75-71. East Illinois over IPY, 75-58. North Dakota State over Portland, 78-67. Cal State Northridge over Becerra, 92-54. All right, very small window. 11 games. We're only going to give out 9 picks. All right, 7 o'clock tonight, St. Peter's, Duquesne. My line is Duquesne by 19 3/4. We don't have that yet. Holy Cross, BC. Mine's BC by 16. And it is 21.5 and 139.5. I'm going to take Holy Cross in the points. Stonehill, Rider. My line's Rider 12.25. We do not have that line up yet. Same for Fairleigh Dickinson, Manhattan. Thanks a lot, Jersey. I have Fairleigh Dickinson by 2. Colby Soller, Yale, we can skip. Army, Harvard. My line's Harvard by 14. And it's 13.5 and 133.5. I'll take the over. NCAT, High Point. My line is High Point 11. And it's 20.5 and 159.5. And I'll take NCAT in the points. Oakland, Eastern Michigan. Mine's Eastern by a quarter, and it's Oakland 4.5 total and 40.5. I'll take Eastern plus the points. I'm on 68 outright. UIC, Jacksonville State. My line is Jacksonville State by 6, and it's Illinois State or Illinois Chicago by 1.5 total, 130.5. I'll take Jacksonville State plus the points. Minus 105 outright. Navy, Quinnipiac. My line is Quinnipiac by 15, and it's 4.5 and 138.5. I'll lay the 4.5 with Quinnipiac, and then Montana Tech, Montana, we can skip. All right, Saturday's loaded. We're just going to do notables. 11:30 SEC Network, Tulane, Mississippi State. On Fox, Syracuse, Georgetown. Noon on FS2. Pine Bluff and number 5 UConn. ESPN 2. Penn, number 16, Kentucky. CBS is a good one. Number 20, Illinois. And number 17, Tennessee. Big Ten Network, Florida, Gulf Coast, Minnesota. CW Network, Valpo, Valtech. ESPNU, South Carolina, East Carolina. Fox Sports 1, Cal, Butler. 12:30 USA, Troy, Dayton. 1:30 on Fox. Alabama, number 4, Purdue. At the Coca-Cola Coliseum in Toronto. Is that where don't tell me that's the Raptors Arena and they changed the name to the Coca-Cola Coliseum. That'd be weird. K-State, LSU, and the SEC Network, ACC Network, Florida State, South Florida. It's the Orange Bowl Classic. It looks like that's being played at the Panthers Arena. Fox Sports 2, Central Michigan, number 10, Creighton. Fox Sports 1, Louisville, DePaul. Battle of debacles. No pun intended. ESPN 2, Auburn, Indiana. At State Farm. CW Network, 2:15, Charlotte, number 22, Duke. Longhorn Network, at 3 o'clock, Houston Christian, number 12, Texas. On ESPN at 3:15, number 23, Wisconsin, number 1, Arizona. That's a great game from the McHale Center. 4 o'clock, Jackson State, number 3, Houston. ESPN 2, Arkansas, number 19, Oklahoma. Fox Sports 1, number 24, Clemson, TCU. That's in Toronto as well. Western Oregon, Boise State, Steve F. Austin, Wyoming. SEC Network, Orange Bowl Classic, Richmond, Florida. Drexel, West Virginia. 5 o'clock, Pac-12 Network, Utah Valley, Oregon State. The Jack Jones Classic, New Mexico, Santa Clara. 5:15 ESPN, Missouri, number 2, Kansas. That's at Allen Fieldhouse. Big Ten Network, 6 o'clock, Ohio State, Penn State. ACC Network, Canisius, Pitt. CBS Sports Network, 6:30, St. Mary's, number 13, Colorado State. Fox Sports 1, Cincinnati, Xavier. 7 o'clock, Pac-12 Network, number 14, BYU at Utah. Number 18, James Madison, Old Dominion. On Fox, UCLA, Villanova. 7:30, Nevada, Drake. 8:30, Fox Sports 1, Rutgers, Seton Hall. The Garden State Showcase that is at the Brew. So it's a Seton Hall home game. 8:30 CBS Sports Network, Belmont, Middle Tennessee. 9 o'clock on Fox, Notre Dame, number 8, Marquette. Pac-12 Network, UTEP, Oregon. 10 o'clock, Jack Jones Classic, Loyola Marymount, and UNLV from Dollar Loan. 10:30 Fox Sports 1, UC Irvine, number 25, San Diego State. CBS Sports Network, Arizona State, San Diego. And 11 o'clock on ESPN 2, number 7, Gonzaga at Washington. Sunday, 11:30, Fordham, North Texas. At noon, Brown, Providence, Winthrop, Little Rock at 1. Arkansas, Portsmouth, and UTSA. BU, Wagner, Princeton, St. Joe's. Iowa State. 2 o'clock, ESPN 2. Colorado, number 15, Miami. Is that Barclays? Yes. So doubleheader, Barclays. Ohio, Don, Bowling Green, Monterey, and Wilmington. Johnson, Florida, Stetson. Oak Hill, North Dakota State. Tennessee, Wesleyan, Chattanooga, Vulgeburg, William Mary. Edwardsville, Ball State, Buffalo State, Niagara, Detroit, Mercy, Northwestern. Rhode Island, Charleston, not Creighton. Alcorn State, VCU. Excelsior, Tennessee, Martin, St. Thomas, Chicago State at 3. Merced, North Alabama. Central Arkansas, Eastern Illinois. 4 o'clock, ESPN 2. Memphis, number 21, Texas A&M. Bethany, West Virginia, Eastern Kentucky. Howard Payne, App, Christian. Pac-12 Network, Long Beach State, and USC. That looks like it's going to be Bronny James' first game. Ole Miss UCF, 10 Tech, East Tennessee State. 4:30 Big Ten Network, Michigan, Iowa. Elon Greensboro on ESPNU. St. John's, BC from Barclays. So it's kind of a home game for St. John's. 5 o'clock Tennessee State, Lipscomb. St. Fernand, Iona. 6:30 ESPN2, Tulsa, Oklahoma State. The Battleground 2K. It's at the Paycom Center where the Thunder play. Big Ten Network, Michigan State, Nebraska. Albany Temple from Brooklyn. 8 o'clock Rambling in Wazoo. And in Hawaii Pacific, Hawaii at 10 o'clock. All right, now we'll move on to the NBA. We will recap the in-season tournament semifinals from today. And we will look ahead to the games for the weekend and tonight, and obviously the big one on Saturday night. So the first of the two semifinal games in the East, the Pacers upset the Bucks 128-119, and then in the West, the Lakers destroy the Pelicans 133-89. So we have Pacers, Lakers in the final. So LeBron, James, and AD against Tyrese Halliburton. And so they did do the TNT ESPN mashup, and they combined some of the groups. So they put Mike Breen and Doris Burke with Reggie, and then it was Kevin Harlan with Doc Rivers, and I forget the female's name from TNT that did the game with Doc and Kevin Harlan. So it was very weird seeing Reggie Miller with Mike Breen. Candace Parker. Right. All right, big window tonight. 7 o'clock, you have the Raptors and the Hornets. My line is Raptors by 8, total 229. And it is let's see here. 4.5 and 2, 23.5 over. Pistons Magic. My line's Magic 15, total 225 and 7 cents, and it's 12 and 229 under. Hawks Sixers. My line's Sixers 6 and 3/4, total 239 and 4/5, and it's 8 and 241. Ooh, that's a hard one. I'm going to do slightly in Hawks, the cover. Wizards Nets. My line's Nets 8.5 till 236 and 13/20. It's ended. It's 9 and 239.5 under. On NBA TV, Knicks Celtics. My line is Celtics by 8 to total 221 and 4/5, and it's 7 and 219.5 over. That is very low for Knicks Celtics. 8 o'clock Cavs Heat. My line's Cavs 6.5 total 223.5, and it is 1 and 218.5. I'm gonna lay the point with the Cavs. T-Wolves Grizzlies. My line is T-Wolves 6.5 total 227 and 7/10, and it is 6.5 and 215.5 over. Warriors Thunder. Mine's Thunder by 6 total 229 and 7/20, and it's 4 and 235.5 under. Bulls Spurs 8:30. My line is Spurs 1.5 total 226 and 19/20, and it's Bulls 2.5 total 225.5. I'm going to take the Spurs in the points and plus 120 outright. Rockets Nuggets at 9. Mine's Nuggets 11.5 total 220 and 3/4, and it's 8 and 219. I'm going to lay the 8 with the Nuggets. Next up is Kings Suns. My line is the Kings by 4 total 231 and 1/10, and it's 1.5 and 234.5. I'm going to take the under. 10 o'clock in ESPN, Clippers Jazz. My line is the Clippers by 6 and 3/4, total 226 and 13/20. And it's 6.5 and 225.5. Slight over. And in Mavs Blazers, my line is the Mavs by 7.75, so 226 and 17/20, and we have 8 and 227.5. I'm gonna do a slight under here. All right, Saturday night, 8:30, ABC. Mike Breen, Doris Burke, and Doc Rivers on the call with Lisa Salters from Vegas. Lakers, Pacers. My line is the Lakers by 2.5, total 239 and a tenth. And we have, looks like the in-season tournament MVP is going to be LeBron. All right, Lakers 3.5, total 240. Very, very close projections. 1 point edge on the Pacers. Less than a point on the under, so I'm going to say slightly into the Pacers, but I'm not going to bet on the game. From a side or total standpoint, I might do some alternate stuff and whatnot and props in a parlay or something like that. But I'm just going to enjoy the game. I think the Lakers are going to win because they're the better team. So let's just enjoy it and have fun with this. Now we'll go over the NHL results from last night and look ahead to today and the weekend. Sabres upset the Bruins 3-1. Kings over the Habs 4-0. Leafs over the Sens 4-3. Sharks over the Red Wings 6-5 OT. Owls over the Jackets 7-3. Stars over the Caps 5-4 in a shootout. Preds over the Bolts 5-1. Blackhawks over the Ducks 1-0. Jets over the Avs 4-2. Flames over the Canes 3-2. Flyers over the Coyotes 4-1. Canucks over the Wild 2-0. And the Devils over the Sharks 2-1. All right, tonight 7 o'clock NHL Network. Penguins Panthers from Sunrise. So Panthers minus 162, Pens plus 134, over under 6.5, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Pens plus 1.5 is minus 176, Panthers minus 1.5 is plus 142. I like the over. Jackets hosting the Blues. Blues minus 122, Jackets plus 102, over under 6.5, overs minus 108, unders minus 112. Blues minus 1.5 is plus 188. Jackets plus 1.5 is minus 225. I like the Blue Jackets to home the ball off the upset at plus 102. And last but not least, 9 o'clock, Wild Oilers. Oilers minus 182. Wild plus 150. Over under 6.5. Overs minus 132. Unders plus 108. Wild plus 1.5 is minus 156. Oilers minus 1.5 is plus 130. I'm going to take the Wild outright too at plus 150. Saturday's a nice slate. 1 o'clock NHL Network, Coyotes Bruins. 4 o'clock Golden Knights Stars. Devils Flames. 7 o'clock Habs Sabres. Preds Leafs on NHL Network. Rangers Caps. Sens Wings. Kings Isles at 7:30. 8 o'clock Blues Blackhawks. 9 o'clock Flyers Avs. 10 o'clock Canes Canucks. And the Lightning and the Kraken. And then Sunday 1 o'clock NHL Network, Panthers Blue Jackets. 4 o'clock Devils Oilers. 7 o'clock Preds Habs. Kings Rangers from the Garden. Caps Blackhawks, Jets Ducks at 8, at 9 Wild Kraken, and at 10 o'clock Sharks and the Golden Knights. Okay, now we'll move on to soccer. We will recap all the notable games and look ahead to everything coming up this weekend, including the MLS title game, which we'll save for last. Copa del Rey results on Arandina over Cadiz 2-1, Racing Ferro over Leganes 1-0, Elche over Linares 3-1, Eibar over Melilla 4-1 on penalties, but it was a 1-1 draw in the game. Athletic over Cayon 3-0, Girona over Orella 5-2, and Celta Vigo over Cestalla 2-1. All right, the Premier League, Everton over Newcastle 3-0, West Ham over Tottenham 2-1. So best bet lost. All right, Saturday 7:30, Crystal Palace Liverpool, 10 o'clock Brighton Burnley, Man United Bournemouth, Sheffield United Brentford, Wolves Nottingham Forest, and 12:30 Aston Villa Arsenal, which is a great game. And then Sunday 9 o'clock Everton Chelsea, Fulham West Ham, Luton Man City, and 11:30 Tottenham and Newcastle. Dutch Eredivisie, PSV over Heerenveen 2-0, Feyenoord over FC Volendam 3-1. And then today 2 o'clock you have FC 20 and Excelsior. So I'm just gonna pull this one up. Where is it? Um, 20 minus 550 equals 0 10-1. The draw is 5-1. I'm going to go over 3.5 goals at minus 102. Saturday, Ajax Sparta, 12:45, 2 o'clock PC's Volley on East State, 3 o'clock ACL Marl, Mary City. And then Sunday, 6:15, Go Ahead Eagles FC Utrecht, 8:30 Fortuna RKC Waldwick, and 10:45 Vitesse and Heracles. All right, French League 1, Brest and Strasbourg, 1-1 draw. Today at 3 o'clock, you have Montpellier and Lens. Lens plus 120, Montpellier plus 210, the draws plus 240. I'm going to go with Lens on the road at plus 120. All right, Saturday, 11 o'clock, Rennes and Monaco, 3 o'clock, PSG Nantes. And then Sunday, Nice Reims, 9 o'clock, Clermont-Foot Lille, Metz Brest, Strasbourg, Le Havre AC. 11 o'clock, Lyon Toulouse, and 2:45, Lorient and Marseille. All right, Liga MX. Tigres over Yunnan 1-0. And then 9 o'clock, you have the second leg of American Athletic St. Louis. America should win that. And then Sunday, the second leg between Tigres and Yunnan. I think that's going to be close, but I think Tigres Yunnan will ultimately get it done there. Right, German Bundesliga today, 2:30, Hoffenheim and Bochum. Hoffenheim minus 165, Bochum plus 380, draws plus 310. I'm going to do over 10 goals plus 140. Alright, Saturday, 9:30, Heidenheim, Darmstadt, Union Berlin, Gladbach, Frankfurt, Bayern, Wolfsburg, Freiburg, Bremen, Augsburg at 12:30 on ABC, Dortmund and RB Leipzig. Sunday, 9:30, Stuttgart, Leverkusen, and 11:30, Cologne, Mainz. La Liga, 3 o'clock today, Getafe and Valencia. Getafe plus 165, Valencia plus 125, the draws plus 185. I'm going to go with the draw plus 185. Saturday, 8 o'clock, Alaves, Las Palmas. 10:15, Betis, Real Madrid. 12:30, Villarreal, Real Sociedad. 3 o'clock, Mallorca, Sevilla. Sunday, 8 o'clock, Atletico Almeria. Granada Athletic, Cadiz, Osasuna at 12:30. And then 3 o'clock, Barcelona, Girona, which is a decent game. And Serie A. Today, 2:45, Juventus and Napoli, which is a really good game. Juventus plus 120, Napoli plus 220, draw plus 210. I'm going to go Juventus at plus 130. Saturday, 9 o'clock, Verona, Lazio. 12 o'clock, Atalanta, Milan. And 2:45, Inter Milan and Udinese. Sunday, 6:30, Frosinone, Torino. Monza, Genoa at 9. Salernitana, Bologna at 12. And at 2:45, AS Roma and Fiorentino. All right. Soccer, to close out the segment, we have to do the MLS Cup final. LAFC going for the repeat. They're at Columbus. Hard place to play. The Crew have had a great season. Nice run for them making it to the final. LAFC proving to everybody that they're still LAFC. Columbus is actually favored plus 115. LA is plus 210. The draw is plus 240. I do not like picking repeats at all. But LAFC, Tino bet is plus 138, which I really like. So I'm just going to take LAFC to win the game. No draw. Tie, no bet. LAFC plus 138 to win outright to repeat as MLS champions. I know Columbus is home. It's a day game, not a night game, which I think will help LAFC. And they have the experience from last year, and they have the best guy on the field too. So I'm going to take LAFC and tie no bet plus 138 to win the MLS Cup. All right, on to these notes. We're going to do rapid fire here. The big news of the day was that John Rahm to join the LIV, as he said to leave PGA for LIV for a deal worth $450 million to $600 million. Wow. He's going to potentially get paid more than Shohei Ohtani for this. Holy shit. And good for the LIV for getting the deal done, and that's something that we obviously were not expecting. So the in-season tournament that's just been so fun. I can't wait for Saturday, but there's some tension in the Bucks locker room. Bobby Portis challenged Adrian Griffin to be better after the loss to the Pacers. And this came from Chris Haynes, which is crazy. The Bulls want to keep Alex Caruso as they've been hesitant to discuss him, despite Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan buzz. Oof. We talked about Bronny making his debut against Long Beach State on Sunday. Pistons center Jalen Duren out 2 weeks with a sprained left ankle. That's not good. Former Jaguars employee to plead guilty after stealing $22 million from team for gambling and big purchases. Yikes. Former Yankee Cameron Maybin criticizes the team and says the Yankees would be more attractive if they got rid of the facial hair rule. This caused Michael Kay to go on an absolute rant on his show today. It was so funny. But he disagreed with Cam. I don't have a strong opinion about this. I know how much the no shave means to the Steinbrenner family, and that was George's thing, but I don't really have a strong take on it, and I don't necessarily agree with Maben, but I don't think that really matters, because we've seen guys with bad facial hair, or guys that really liked facial hair shave their facial hair to play for the Yankees. The Yankees are prioritizing Yamamoto, as they are also interested in Jordan Hicks, but they're not focused on the bullpen market right now. Brian Cashman confirms that Aaron Judge is to play center field despite the Soto trade. And then Soto extension has not been discussed, and Cashman understands that Juan could be a short-term situation. Aaron Judge and Saquon Barkley linked up on GMA 3 yesterday afternoon, which was pretty cool. They exchanged jerseys. So Marvin Harrison Jr. undecided on NFL as he could return to Ohio State in hopes of beating Michigan and winning the Big Ten title. Oof. That'd be crazy. That'd be big for Ohio State. Trevor Etienne to transfer. That's a big running back in the portal. That's Travis Etienne's brother. 5-star offensive tackle Jordan Seaton commits to Colorado as he picks them over Alabama and Ohio State. That's a big get for Dion. Harbaugh and Michigan talking extension could be worth over $1 million per year, but there's work to be done. Holy crap. Jaden Daniels named the AP Player of the Year, beating out Michael Penix Jr. and Bo Nix ahead of the Heisman ceremony, which is going to be on Saturday. I think Jaden Daniels is going to win that with Bo Nix and Penix right there, as well as MHJ. Christian Watson unsure to play on Monday Night Football against the Giants. Doesn't believe hamstring injury will keep him out long. Hayden Hurst says post-traumatic amnesia is not career-ending, as he hopes to play. It'd be nice to see him play. That's just a rough situation there. Boston passed on bringing back Erod to prioritize Shota, Imanaga, and Yamamoto. The Giants and the Padres are eyeing Harrison Bader and Jung-Hoo Lee. We haven't heard anything about Cody Bellinger, which is weird. Nikki Haley comes under fire, and Vivek Ramaswamy gets called an obnoxious blowhard. But that was with the debate from the other night. And then Hunter Biden indicted again, this time on federal tax charges. So that is your non-sports related news there. All right, best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. There was one that jumped out to me in college basketball. I'm going to lay points with a home favor, and that's Quinnipiac minus 4.5 against Navy. I'm going to lay a quarter unit on it. And their team in the MAAC MAC, and they're just much better than Navy in the Patriot League, so I'm going to lay 4.5 with Quinnipiac against Navy. And the Fab Five, this is hard for this week. A lot of injuries, a lot of unknown. Might go with a couple Monday night games. We'll see. So the first pick of Fab Five, I really like the over in the Rams-Ravens game. I think that's going to be a higher scoring game than people think. 4.5 is a really low number. And in this time, it's going to be a tenth a unit per pick. So we're going to go over 40.5 and Rams-Ravens for pick number 1. Pick number 2. I am going to... This is, like I said, really, really difficult. I'm going to go with another over 43.5 in the Lions-Bears game. Justin Fields has that Bears offense playing better. And the Lions are going to score a bunch of points on the Bears defense, so I like the over there too. Pick number 3, I'm going to lay 1.5 with the Chiefs at home against the Bills. The rematch of the 13-2 game. The Chiefs being disrespected at home, so I'm going to lay 1.5 at home with the Chiefs. Pick number 4, I am going to... I'm undecided between a couple of these. I'm going to go with the over in the Jags-Browns game. The Browns defense has kind of slipped lately. And I like how the Jaguars were playing. I think Lawrence will be playing, and maybe the Browns can score a little bit on the Jags, so I'm going to take that over too. So 3 overs. And the reigning Super Bowl champs is a slight home favorite. And the last pick of Fab 5, I am going to take one of the Monday night games. I don't know which one to go. I'm going to take Tennessee getting the 13.5. I'm too scared to take the team I root for, so I'm going to take the Titans getting 13.5 at Miami against the Dolphins instead of the Giants getting 6.5 at home against the Packers. So, as tempting it is to take the Giants plus the points, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take Tennessee plus 13.5 to cover at Miami. And my underdog pick of the week, I'm taking the Vegas Raiders at plus 138 to knock off Minnesota. I just think that Josh Dobbs' fairy tales come to an end, and the Raiders are still kind of lurking in the AFC mix, weirdly enough. Pittsburgh losing is good for them, so I'm going to take the plus 138 with the Vegas Raiders as my underdog outright pick of the week, plus 138 against the Minnesota Vikings. All right, so there you have it for the show. I'll be back on Monday recapping everything and looking ahead to everything on Monday. And then, of course, we have to do the reality TV as well. Have a great weekend, everyone.